Hi, I'm Dr. Pachenik, and this is Steve Talks. Today I want to talk about the new president of Brazil, Jair Bolsonaro. And he is a right-wing candidate who believes in a very strong military. He himself was a military captain during the military junta in Brazil, which occurred during 1964 and 1985, when the country had prosperity and economic growth. Today, Brazil is not in good shape. It has deflation, it has high unemployment, and very high crime rate. The reason Bolsonaro was elected is for that reason, that he could counteract the deflation, the crime rate, and more importantly, he could bring back elements of the military coup. And what do I mean? He believes that there should be a strong military. He believes that there should be a strong police force. He believes that there should be very few restrictions on guns. And he believes that we should follow law and order. In fact, he's compared to many of our presidents who believe in law and order. He himself is underwritten by the Christian fundamentalist in a Catholic Portuguese country. So that's quite interesting. He also believes that homosexuality is an aberration, and it really amounts to pedophilia. He also believes that this country, Brazil, should develop its own infrastructures and roads, which it hasn't over the past 20 to 30 years. As I said, the junta was from 1964 to 1985. Subsequently, there were socialist and civilian leaders like Lula da Silva, who was head of the Socialist Party and ran the country for many, many years, and eventually ended up in prison for over 12 years because he was indicted for corruption. He had big dealings with the major oil companies in Brazil. Following that, he had a student by the name of Dilma Rousseff, who was the daughter of a Bulgarian communist who was also the president of Brazil. She was eventually also impeached for corruption and incompetency. So Bolsonaro is the end result of a lot of civilian socialism, a lot of corruption, and what Brazilians called the car wash. That means there were so many politicians who went to prison for corruption and incompetency that it was entitled the car wash. Let me end my speech by saying the following. Pelé, the famous soccer player, said, "In Brazil, we eat, drink, speak, and live football." That means soccer. And Da Silva said the following: if a poor man is caught as a criminal, he goes to prison. If a rich man is caught as a criminal, he becomes the president of Brazil. Now, isn't that a surprise? Thank you, and good night.